So on his way to the Magic City, Miami, Florida, will be third-year signal caller for the New York Jets, Sam Darnold. Number 14 in your program. Hitting his pivotal year as a QB in the National Football League, a lottery pick for the Jets just 3 years ago. Of course, NFL quarterbacks, they get a rookie contract of 4 years with an option for a fifth. So that third year is a chance for him to prove himself, earn a long-term contract, and let their respective organization, in this case the Jets, Jets, know that, hey, I'm the face of your franchise. I want to stick around for a while, and I deserve some big-time coin. Now, Darnold is plenty young. He's got a lot of years ahead of him if he can sort of figure it out in the National Football League. I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm Matt Levine, welcoming you to the 954sports.com YouTube channel. Thanks for joining me. I hope you're getting ready for the back end of the week. Hump Day. Happy Wednesday. Let's talk about Sam Darnold. He'll be joined by a handful of Jets in Aventura, Florida, which is just outside Miami. There are the beautiful waters and beach, Aventura's sunny isles. And you know, since COVID-19 and the lockdowns, the waters in South Florida, where I am in Broward County, down south toward Aventura, are clear, crystal clearer than ever. Serene, aqua blue, and tropical. If you're ever in Aventura and you're not there for a scheduled football workout, they have one heck of a shopping mall. You remember those? Kind of, sort of, maybe. That's the 93-foot slide. One of the big attractions at the mall. However, I think Sam and his teammates are not going to do much horsing around or playing around, right? They're in Miami to work out, to get reps in. Joining him will be Lev Bell in his second year as a Jet. I think it could be a big year. I've always been a fan of Levine. Talented guy. He's from this area. Another guy that's from this area, an oldie but a goodie. We'll talk about him in a minute. Frank Gore. A first-time Jet. This guy, a first-time Jet. He'll be there. Brashard Perryman. Jets will also have Jamison Crowder and a couple other receivers. I like it when quarterbacks do this. Eli Manning, for years, headed to Duke, where his former college coach at Ole Miss, Dave Cutcliffe, is now the coach for the Blue Devils. Over the years, Manning would take a handful of receivers, go down to Tobacco Road, get some reps in, and some off-season timing that is so integral when it becomes in-season. So what I'm saying is Darnold showing some maturity, showing that he's in it to win it for the short term, the midterm, and the long term. How did he spend his quarantine? You know, as the years go on, that's going to be a question that's just going to be a bizarre one. Remember when we were quarantined? Well, he'll be saying, I was working out with this dude, a rival in the AFC East. Picture to the left, Josh Allen, the quarterback with Darnold. Picture to the right. These two joined quarterback guru Jordan Palmer. I guess a case of those who can't teach. His brother was a fabulous quarterback, Jesse Palmer. Now, Jordan, a little bit of a journeyman career in the NFL, has been known for really working with these quarterbacks and embodying that term in every sense as a guru. One of the great quarterback coaches, whisperers, as they say nowadays, in football. So they headed to Southern California, worked out with him, and now he wants to turn it loose in South Florida and get comfortable and get the timing with his teammates. Now, yesterday, Broadway Joe Namath, the most legendary of all Jets quarterbacks, was interviewed by another legendary guy, really great sportscaster, Mike Tirico, on his show. He talked about Sam, and there you see the quote. I'll read it to you. Sam can play. He's growing. He's going to improve. He's going to get better. But it's like most things in life, it's a team game. He'll step up. I believe he's going to get better, but he needs the teammates also. And they're improving. Jets GM, Joe Douglas, he's done a great job bringing in some new players. As I allude to those new players, right? They're looking to make their mark with the Jets, Jets. I love it when these guys get together in the offseason. Shows commitment, solidarity, and simply playing for the love of the game and wanting to excel in their jobs, despite the stages of their career. Some guys like Brashard Perryman came out with a lot of hype. They're the vitals on him as he came out of the University of Central Florida. His career was like that picture for a moment, flickering around. The big number for him as a first-round pick for Baltimore in 2015 was the speed, a burner. Didn't participate because of injuries in the NFL Combine, but ran a private workout for draft scouts and executives and whatnot at the University of Central Florida, and he put on the afterburners with the 4.40. But that is not translated into numbers in the NFL. Comes over from the Bucs, drafted by those Ravens. Spent some time in Cleveland. But in a sense, he's been a bust. 11 touchdowns, 95 receptions in his career, about 1,500 yards, has played in 51 of 64 games. With his stops in Tampa, Baltimore, and Cleveland, he also had a brief cup of coffee with the Redskins, who released him after signing him for like a week. No, not literally a cup of coffee in D.C. Well, maybe he did have a cup of coffee in D.C. I meant it figuratively. In fact, I need my morning coffee as we look at the nation's capital played out in ceramic. Anyway, he's a guy looking to become the Jets' number one. He'll have an opportunity. Robbie Anderson had a lot of big games for the Jets and seemed to get along well with Darnold. A lot of chemistry. But he's gone. Jamison Crowder, who's in those workouts in Aventura, was actually the leading Jets receiver with 78 receptions last year. He'll be back. He'll be looking to grab the number one spot as the go-to guy for Darnold. Now, Frank Gore, who many moons ago went to the U. For those on the outside looking in, those hands represent the U. The U, of course, the University of Miami. They love their Hurricanes here in South Florida. It's everyone's team. You don't have to be an alumnus to love the U. Gore has had one amazing career. You talk about durability. And a guy who has earned his stripes as an old, reliable, and then some. It's been amazing in his career. 15 seasons. 10 with San Francisco. 3 with Indianapolis, a couple with the Dolphins. You see him there pictured in the video. 1 with Buffalo last year. In his 15 seasons, the last one with Buffalo last year, not too shabby for a 37-year-old. 3.6 yards per carry, 599 yards, a pair of touchdowns. In his career, continues to climb the NFL's all-time rushing leaders list. 15,347 yards. 79 touchdowns, and this is pretty solid. This might get him into Canton. The durability, we're out of video. With the fact that he's averaged 4.3 yards per carry. And he's been nothing but a model citizen in the NFL. And one of those guys that I think, I don't know, but I think takes other players under his wing and mentors them. What I'm saying is he seems like a good dude in the locker room. A steady Eddie, a great pro, productive in college, productive wherever he's landed in the NFL. And at 37 years young, I expect him to produce in New York for second-year coach Adam Gase and become a very good friend for both Le'Veon Bell and Sam Darnold, and who knows, maybe even a Jets favorite, a fan favorite. New York City loves guys like Frank Gore, lunch pail guys, blue-collar guys who just keep churning the legs and trying to get the extra yard. So I think he'll be a good influence for the Jets. Now, the Jets also went to the draft, as you see. Perriman to the left, that guy to the right will also compete with him and Crowder for the top spot and becoming the apple of Sam Darnold's eye in the Big Apple. That's Denzel Mims, a talented wide receiver entering the NFL, and the rookie can run. He's also a speed burner. So the Jets will have plenty of talent at the wide receiver position that is unproven in a sense with Perriman and Mims. Crowder, we know, can catch the rock. But the Jets are going to need guys to step up, and they will have the opportunity to do that with Sam Darnold working out some timing with these guys in Aventura in the Miami area for the coming days. It's interesting, too, with Darnold. He's not the only quarterback looking to take center stage and accomplish big things in the Big Apple. Daniel Jones in his second year. Now out of the shadow completely of Eli Manning. The job is all his. So New York has 2 young guns at the quarterback position. And it should be fun. It should be interesting to watch how these 2 develop. Watch how they mature on and off the field and see if that translates to wins. Darnold and the Jets will have a chance to get things going. On the 13th of September, they've got a 1 o'clock tilt against the Buffalo Bills. So a battle of New York will ensue. And according to CBS Sports, Jets have the second toughest schedule, strength of schedule in the NFL next to the New England Patriots. And they do have a tough schedule. There you see open up against the Bills. They've got Indy, Arizona, back at it with the Bills. Of course, you always got 2 tilts against the Patriots. As you can see, the back end of the schedule, right? The second 8 gets tough. San Fran, Denver, Kansas City. Got the Raiders, who should be much improved down the home stretch. So it's a big year for Sam Darnold and the Jets, who have struggled mightily over the last decade. Only 2 winning seasons in the last 10 years. 2 seasons in which they went 500, 8-8. The rest of them have been losing seasons. New York is hoping for a winner not only with the Jets, but with their quarterback. And right now, for Sam Darnold and a handful of Jets, that starts in Miami.